Today I want to talk to you about sports. America is in love with sports. We are bombarded at every turn with sports. Parents want to get their children involved in sports before they can even walk. Constantly, someone is singing the praises of sports. But in the next few minutes, I will expose America's obsession with sports and show its detrimental effects on 1, the development of a well-rounded individual, to the stability of the family, and to one's own personal relationship with God. According to creditcards.com, last year alone, America spent $56 billion on sporting events and coughed up $33 billion for athletic equipment. Statistica.com found that the average time spent on sports every week, either participating or watching, was 8.1 hours. That's a full day's work. As a Christian wife married to a coach and sports fan, a mother of 2 grown children and 2 teenagers, 3 of which were sports enthusiasts, and a previous 3-sport high school athlete myself, I have personally seen how sports excess affects the dynamics of family life. First, excessive sports is detrimental to the development of well-rounded adults. The time commitment of sports takes away from academics. Dan Doyle in the Encyclopedia of Sports Parenting stated, "Colleges are producing magnificent athletes who in many cases are ill-equipped to engage in meaningful life's work." Labor statistics found that a high school football player spends 10 or more hours per week just on practice. Sports takes away valuable support from the sciences, math, art, vocational training, and life skills education in our school systems. Marguerite Rosa, the author of Educational Economics, found that 4 times more money was allotted to sports than any other school experience. Games, practices, attending or watching sports interferes with daily devotions and church involvement. Sports, says Dan Doyle, can encourage a child to focus so intently on becoming a star that the child neglects other essential areas of life. Next, excessive sports is detrimental to the family. Sports puts a strain on the husband-wife, parent-child, and often sibling relationships. Carlos Bean and Karam from the National Center for Biotechnology Information, or NCBI, states, commitment to sports impacts the emotional well-being of parents, causes parents to put undue pressure on young performers, and can contribute to sibling rivalry when parents spend more time with the sport-involved child than with the others. Sports also glorifies physical dominance and the win-at-all-cost attitude. King and Starbuck in The Christian Leader said, "Too often, sports promotes a macho ideal which scorns any show of weakness or emotion. Competition among siblings is increased and may produce boorish behavior among parents and athletes." Again, Dan Doyle. Finally, sports takes up valuable family bonding time. Parents devote up to 20 hours per week on sports. This often separates the family unit when one parent, one sibling, or both is unable to attend much of these events. And in my last point, sports interferes with personal relationships with God. Constant sports involvement contributes to aggressive self-centeredness. The Encyclopedia of Sports Parenting states the trample the opponent philosophy espoused by some coaches and parents sends the wrong message about the core value of empathy. Sports can lead to negative emotions and actions. Per NCBI, mental health in the general youth population has been of growing concern, with suicide and depression rates on the rise. Sports can lead to a person finding their identity in that sport instead of Christ. A child who falls short of athletic goals or who feels they are valued only for their athletic ability may lack a sense of value and self-worth off the field. In conclusion, in 2017, Ripley from The Atlantic said, "Our nation has fallen behind other countries." In USA Today, they state 40 to 50% of American marriages end in divorce, and our youth struggle to find their place in this world. Sports is a contributing factor to these issues. America's priorities have got to change. Balance between sports, academics, the arts, family, and just life must be encouraged. Proverbs 25:16 states, "If you have found honey, eat only enough for you, lest you have your fill of it and vomit." Matthew 6:3 says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness." God must be first in everything. Our God is a jealous God. Exodus 20:3 says, "You shall have no other gods before me." America, sports is not our God. Thank you.